this is what I have heard I mean, I've seen the lockers, so sometimes that's an indication, sometimes it's not. But from what I have gathered, this is what the Pittsburgh Steelers practice squad is going to look like, and I wanted to give you guys some insights before the whole thing goes live. We'll start off with a banger. A banger, my friend. As good as it gets when it comes to a practice squad signing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Quarterback John Rhys Plumlee. I guess quarterback, wide receiver, kick returner, punt returner, whatever you want to do with him. John Rhys Plumlee. Fullback Jack Coletto, running back Aaron Shumklin, running back Jonathan Ward, wide receiver Quez Watkins, wide receiver Jeray Jenkins, wide receiver Dez Fitzpatrick, wide receiver Brandon Johnson, offensive lineman Tyreem Doss, offensive lineman Doug Nestor, who played alongside Zach Frazier at West Virginia. Then tight ends Rodney Williams and Matt Sokol, cornerbacks Anthony Averett coming back, which I thought was a bit of a surprise, but I'm glad he's here, and Thomas Graham. And to finish it off, linebacker Marcus Haynes. That's 15 of the 16. I can't figure out the 16th for the life of me. I've been trying all day to come up with this 16th name. Just can't get it. John Rhys Plumlee coming back, and I think the other big one here is Anthony Averett returning to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The rest of them we probably could have guessed. How pumped were you when I tossed out the name John Rhys Plumlee earlier today?
Yeah, I told you, the Plum Dog Millionaire makes his return. I mean, he might go to the UFL yet, but you still get some really good locker room presence with him. Yes. I'll throw in Rodney Williams there as well. That's great locker room presence. That's a lot of laughs. And also a couple of guys that, specifically Rodney Williams is a really good special teamer. And if injuries do occur, which we know, long NFL season, brutal NFL season, you do have another tight end in Williams that last year almost recovered a punt that was blocked for a touchdown and almost won you some money, because I know you had an anytime touchdown on him that day.
Unbelievable. I forgot about that play, to be honest with you. That one hurts a little bit.
But he stays in the locker room. And then Anthony Averett, you mentioned it. It's interesting. I feel like it's similar to what you said yesterday, whenever they release some of these players early to see if, to allow them to see if there's another fit earlier around the league. I feel like it was hey, we know what you are. We've seen what you could bring to us. You're not going to make our 53-man. Go out there and see if you can make another 53-man. And if you want to come back, open arms, you can be on our practice squad. I think it was a little bit more of that Steelers being Steelers and allowing their players opportunities before roster cut down day on Tuesday.
Yeah, and to get him back, I mean, that's a boost. I thought Anthony Averett played well during the preseason. I was surprised by his cut, and to have him here as an option, I think makes a lot of sense, while getting to keep Darius Rush and obviously Corey Trice. Thomas Graham's huge, because I mean, if it was up to me, I'd be starting Thomas Graham, but I think the Steelers are going to look for a nickel back. From what I've been told, they're going to look for some corner help over the next 24 hours or so. So I would not lock this initial 53-man roster in. I would also not lock this practice squad in, because they're probably looking for different names to add to it. But that's what I got so far. We'll try to figure out that 16th one before the end of the week here.